Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider. Today my guest is Steve Wetter, representative of Columbia Park-Har. Welcome, Steve.
Good afternoon, Chris.
So, tell us a little bit about a very new subject called neighborhood electric vehicles here in Wisconsin.
Well, this has started in the last number of years. It's something that certainly we needed to do because of the high prices of gasoline, that there are alternative fuels out there. And in doing a lot of research, of course, they found out that things called neighborhood electric vehicles are certainly a good way to go throughout your community and save a lot of energy, especially gasoline. In the city of Boscobel, for instance, we purchased one of the neighborhood electric vehicles there. I should say the city purchased it itself to use as to read meters with. They do their post office running, any place they need to run throughout the city, rather than starting up the full-size pickup trucks, at which cost approximately 56 cents a mile to run, not to mention the idling time and so on that you would use. They can use these electric cars, and we're setting the example in the country of what we need to do our part to save energy, emissions, reliability on oil, and it's working out very well. The city of Fenimore, of course, then had followed suit, and they also purchased one for the same reason. And then we have cities like Prairie du Chien and some other cities around that are looking at purchasing them for themselves, as well as schools are now using them. Colleges use them because they can use them inside of buildings for maintenance, repair, so on and so forth, because there are no emissions. Hunters love them. There's units they make that are off-road units because they're so quiet, and they work out very well.
Now, you had mentioned that the city of Boscobel was replacing a vehicle that was costing about 56 cents a mile to operate. What would typical operational costs be on neighborhood electric vehicle?
Anywhere from 2.5 to 3 cents a mile, depending on if the city owns its own utility and what they pay for that utility within the city. In the city of Boscobel, we do own our own utility there, so it figured out to be about 3 cents a mile to include everything. So it's pretty cheap. I mean, they just plug into a regular household electric. We always tell people if you can plug it into your neighbor's house, that's even better, a better deal yet. You know.
Neighboring community?
That's right, yes.
Long extension cord required.
Long extension cord required, yeah.
And how long has Boscobel been operating their vehicle then, Steve?
We've had it, I think last fall, I believe, they bought the unit, and they've had it over the winter months. And this particular one has the hard doors with the heater in it. So these things can be used throughout the winter. The big thing, of course, is to make sure when you're not using them, that you keep them plugged in. And they're very reliable. We can even, some of them, you can put snow plows on the front of them and push snow. I have a unit at my house that we push snow as a demonstration, take it to the hospital and different places, and show them how well they can push snow, and they do a very good job.
And how long have you been involved with the neighborhood electric vehicle business then, Steve?
About 2 years now, I guess, we've been involved with them. My wife and I were very interested in purchasing something as to show the community and try to set the example a little bit on what can be done. And we did purchase one, and then I was so interested in the results of it, I thought, boy, it's nice if we had some more representation down in the area that I live, so I got involved in it, and we've had a lot of interest.
And how many oil changes have you done in the last 2 years on yours?
I can drive by the gas station where I normally buy fuel up my other vehicles, and I wave at them, and they're kind of frown when I drive by, but that's okay.
That's wonderful, Steve. And so you represent Columbia in southwestern Wisconsin, and how would they be able to get in touch with you?
The Boscobel area, of course, and like you said, from La Crosse, southwestern Wisconsin, would be able to get a hold of me. And there are 2 area phone numbers, of course. Would be 608 is the area code, 375-4216, or my cell phone at the same area code, 608-485-1258. And we would be glad to show anyone, give them a demonstration on the units and how they work. And many times I'll take them right out to their farms or wherever they are and demonstrate and show them how they work so we can prove to them exactly how efficient these units are.
Thank you, Steve Wetter. This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.